Member for Cornwall has the comment.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with breast cancer remaining the most common cancer diagnosis amongst women and one that affects men also, albeit to a lesser extent, it's important that we continue to raise awareness about this prevalent disease. As the co-convener of the Parliamentary Friendship Group for Raising Breast Cancer Awareness, this is a cause that I have very much pursued throughout my entire parliamentary career. In this time, I have met some of the most amazing people who are totally dedicated to raising awareness, improving treatments and eventually finding a cure. I am also constantly inspired by the women, men and families who have been through the breast cancer journey, people who have risen to the challenge and used their experience to help and support others. I'm also inspired, Deputy Speaker, by the fundraising, advocacy and research efforts of the National Breast Cancer Foundation, the Breast Cancer Institute of Australia and the Australian public in general, and I want to sincerely thank them for all their efforts. Since October was declared Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it has grown into a worldwide phenomenon, giving Pink Ribbon Day an iconic global recognition and spurring an entire fundraising and awareness industry branded by the symbolic pink woman, and taking in many forms such as the morning teas, and also including a diversity of food retailers who have participated in the fundraising efforts. Retailers from Baker's Delight to Mount Franklin Water and countless other household item brands allocating a portion of their sales to breast cancer research. It's only through action that positive change can occur. The survival rates for breast cancer have increased, and undoubtedly the Australian community has played a significant role in making this possible through promoting awareness and raising funds. One passionate advocate who contributed a great deal to this cause, Deputy Speaker, was my dear friend Ros Hill. Ros passed away earlier this year on February 26th after a decades-long battle with breast cancer, to which she would dedicate the rest of her life to raising awareness about, especially in young people. Ros would have turned 70 last week on October 8th. She was a courageous woman, a quiet achiever, who had a very matter-of-fact, no-nonsense approach to life. In one of her last texts to me, she said, and I quote, "Hi ladies, hope you both had a super Christmas and New Year. Sadly, my news is not the best, but inevitable, I suppose. I have been taken off all treatment and given 2 to 6 months and now placed under palliative care. Still have my mobile handy and love getting your messages on it and on Facebook." Ros was first diagnosed with breast cancer at 29 years of age, after she had already lost both her parents to cancer. The loss of her parents and her own experience propelled Ros into advocacy work. Ros founded the Young Adults program known as YAP, a not-for-profit organisation. Ros, with her son, the late Peter Hill, who also died from cancer, developed the YAP app to inform young people about breast cancer and encourage them, male and female alike, to conduct monthly breast examinations. Ros was an inspiration. She didn't want attention or commendation. She wanted to make a difference, and that she did. I first met Ros in 2002 when she was campaigning at Parliament House to have breast prosthesis put on the Medicare rebate for those women who had to have mastectomies. This passion and advocacy continued until she passed away. Promoting early detection and raising awareness amongst young people, especially men, were her main focus. The YAP app provided a self-examination guide for both males and females. It's important to acknowledge that breast cancer knows no gender. Both men and women can be diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, breast cancer is approximately 100 times more common in women than it is in men, which is why it is widely considered a woman's disease. It is this perception that breast cancer is solely a woman's disease that ultimately impacts on late detection in men, because men frequently don't consider that their symptoms could be a sign of breast cancer, resulting in late diagnosis. Late diagnoses have a huge impact on survival rates, and indeed men's survival rates are much lower. Ros introduced me to her American friend Will Roth, a breast cancer survivor, who has now taken the awareness and fundraising cause for YAP to the United States. And I want to acknowledge Will and thank him for continuing Ros's work. Will is a very active advocate, and I want to quote him. "YAP stuff is creating a generation of people aware breast cancer knows no gender. All people have the same breast tissue, some more than others, but all are subject to the risks of breast cancer." So all power to Will's grassroots fundraising efforts and campaigning, especially the much loved Busking for Boobs campaign. I also want to thank Sue Purnell, a close friend of Ros Hill, who now heads the YAP program. And I want to say to Sue, yes, we all miss her.